Ian, how you doing, buddy?
I am well, Dave. How are you?
Good. What are we drinking tonight, Captain? I got a Raz Cranberry La Croix.
I have a Modelo Especial.
There you go. There you go. Is that like a solid session beer? Like just you can like it's just a good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since you asked, I'll give you my Mexican Cerveza mass market rankings.
Okay. Yeah. Let's hear it.
Modelo and Pacifico. Boom. Right.
Okay.
There. Tied. Big gap. Tecate.
Oh, okay.
Big gap. Corona. Big gap. Dos Equis.
Oh, wow. Dos Equis all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, Corona and Dos Equis, honestly, they're both whatever. Gross.
Okay. Gotcha.
Modelo and Pacifico, though. Those are the best.
Okay. Nice, man. Nice. We'll cheers. Buddy.
Cheers.
Yeah. Happy episode 369.
Nice.
Yeah. I got to say, if people were listening to 367, right, a couple weeks ago, and they tuned out during the kind of like our political stuff at the beginning, and they didn't hang around, maybe what, I don't know, 15-ish minutes, right? Like, let's say that there was like the beginning of the show and then like kind of a boring area for a while, and then a feature later on. Like, they're probably missing out. Probably
missing out on some talk on an area that, again, as we say at the end of the episode, just doesn't get enough sunlight.
Yeah. But I was just reflecting, and so yeah. If you reverse Marin that and only listened to the first 10 minutes and thought, this isn't for me, maybe go back and hang out a while.
Yeah. Good advice.
Soak in it.
Good advice. You should listen to your friend Billy Zane. What are we talking about tonight?
Buddy,
Dave?
we've got some car stuff. We've heard from our buddy Dana, right? Yeah, we've heard from our buddy Chris. Oh God, someone called the crisis line, Ian.
I know. We haven't had a voicemail in a while.
No.
And I made a license plate game for you.
Nice, Ian. What do you want to talk about first?
Let's start with our main topic thing we have up there.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. So you and I were so social media savvy.
Oh, we're experts, social media experts.
Yes.
Basically. Engagement.
Yes.
Followers.
Hashtag content.
Hashtags.
Yes.
Trending. Viral. Yeah, these are all conditions my doctor says I have, and I need to take care of immediately.
Palpitations.
Yes.
Yes.
Trending palpitations.
Prolapses, etc.
Yeah. Weirdly viral bacteria.
Nice, Ian. Well, I'm glad we're doing this remote then.
Oh yeah.
But our buddy Tamerlane, right? Known the Tamerlane blog on Twitter, right?
Yes. Yes.
Has a habit of posting
weird car Twitter personality.
There you go. Yeah. Has a habit of posting a question of the day or a quote tweet of the day, right? And back on October 3rd, because we're super timely, again, social media mavens, right? Yeah. He asked a question, Ian, and I think you and I have a kind of different take on it. And this may have been one of those things where when you read it and you see other people's takes, you're like, oh, my take is different. Like when you first learned that your parents didn't know everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't really read the responses to this other than yours. So
okay.
I'm curious to hear how we differ from other people, because I just feel like we have a pretty good handle on this, right?
I'd say we have the most realistic handle, right, for what we have. But the question of the day, right, from Tamerlane is: your friends lend you their car, collectible or not, and it breaks down while you're driving it. Under
What
what?
a crazy hypothetical. What a crazy hypothetical.
Right.
Would never happen.
Uh-huh. Under what circumstances do you pay to have it repaired?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, I think that is an easy answer. All of the circumstances outside of like willfully you breaking it.
Right.
Which I
Right.
can't imagine happening.
Exactly. Like, I mean, obviously, like, we trust each other implicitly with our vehicles, like, period.
Right.
But also, like, it's coupled with this sense that, like, if it breaks, the other person had nothing to do with it, right?
Yes. I was gonna say the like fine print of every handshake contract, verbal contract that we make when we hand each other the keys,
Right.
is this thing's a fucking time bomb.
Right.
You know, we're not handing each other the Mona Lisa here.
Right.
You know,
It's
like
not. Yeah. We're not worried about the car. We're worried about the safety of the other person.
Here you go. Wait, you got short-term disability, right?
You up on dental? Yeah. Yeah, because a few other people in the thread said that they would throw some money towards folks like if it happened. And I mean, I think that if you're I don't know. Like I don't know. Sure, like if you feel guilty in some way that you caused that failure, then sure. But okay, so when PETA and I when we took the Vigan to the track and the engine blew up on the track, right? It was you, me, and PETA, right? You and I were in the car, right?
Yeah.
And at some point during that day, I wanted PETA to drive the Vigan on the track because I had bought it from him. He had never driven it on a track, right? And he loved that car, right? You know, as much or more than I have. He had it for so long, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said to me, he was like, I'm so glad it didn't break while I was driving it. And like, it wouldn't have mattered to me if it broke while he was driving it, right? Like,
well,
if it was going to break, it was going to break.
Right. It's not like you money shifted it.
Right.
And it broke.
Right.
Like if he money shifted it,
right,
just did something dumb and threw it into reverse at 100 miles an hour.
Right.
You know, that's one thing.
Right. Like when you almost threw the nugget in reverse when you thought I had a sixth gear.
Yeah. So you just physically restrained me. Yeah. But yeah, that would have been, oops, my bad. And now I owe you money. But, you know, I think in that situation with the Vigan, you know, I don't think there was any conclusion other than this was going to happen eventually.
Right. Yeah.
Right. There was like I don't know. What did we figure? What did we kind of come to the conclusion on that? Like there was an oiling issue essentially, right?
Yeah. And an oiling issue. And I mean, it had well over 200,000 miles on it.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, So those rod bearings or crank bearings had seen a lot.
Right. Again.
Yeah.
This is a time bomb.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have to say, like let's say you were driving my Fiat and you truly did make a mistake, right? And you wanted to give me money. I would not accept your money. Probably, I would have a very hard time doing it because it's a mistake. There was no ill intent. Like we all make mistakes. We're not infallible.
Well, yeah,
right.
That doesn't
and I know you would feel bad, and if I could do anything, it would be just to take that feeling away from you.
Well, but that doesn't mean that you then should have to bear the brunt of that mistake. That doesn't make sense either. And I think that's part of it too, is that we both know that the other would want to fix their own mistake.
Right.
You know,
that's a good point. Yeah.
You know, I think if you're not sure of that, then you probably shouldn't lend each other your car.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's just I don't know. That just seems obvious, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that there's like that, like, we have not had to really lend each other cars out of necessity, right?
Yeah.
And people have to do that, Mm-hmm. And so I think that that's probably a different, air to it, like a different environment, a different set of circumstances to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I would say too, I think the general rule for us, going back to the mistake versus time bomb thing, would be probably tie goes to the owner, right? If it's not clear, like, ooh, was this because I was driving it, or was this just like luck of the draw, or what?
Right.
Tie goes to the owner.
Yep, absolutely.
And so it's got to be like egregious. It's got to be like obvious, like you did X and hole in block happened.
Right. Or you rolled it off the side of Deer Creek Canyon.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, that seems pretty fair.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there were other people that kind of felt like us in the replies, but just like, it was one of those things where like, he writes some excellent questions, but I was like, I mean, is this even a question? Like, Yeah.
Well, and I think the other part of that we bring to it too is, I know that it's a possibility that something will break.
Yes.
You know that it's a possibility that something will break.
Yep.
And I don't want to lend my car to somebody who doesn't know and fully understand what that means.
Right.
And isn't like got the spidey sense that we've talked about, right? They're like, that noise is not correct.
Right.
Just, what saved my transmission.
Right.
Yeah. Like you knew something was wrong.
Right.
And then didn't go, I wonder if it goes away if I go faster.
Correct.
Which would have destroyed my transmission.
Right.
So, that's also part of it.
Yes. Yeah, true. Right. Like, I think that like we probably have, and not to like sell our vehicle short, but I think that we have like the most realistic perspective of like the fragility of like the machine. Right. And I think that like people set themselves up for disappointment when like they don't even understand that timing belt maintenance is a thing.
Right.
Right. Yeah. And so, yeah. I don't know. Like I'm not like a predestined, like very much of a fate person, but like if you were driving either one of my cars and something happened, like it would have happened if I was driving, it would have happened if you was
right.
It was going to happen at that mile. Right.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I mean, I'm also glad that I wasn't driving the big one when it happened.
Right.
But I don't think there would have been any doubt, right? Like,
no, not that would have happened whatsoever. Yeah.
No matter who was driving it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it probably might have happened on the way home.
Yeah, exactly. Or the way there.
If it survived that track day, it might not have survived the drive home at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Yeah. Now, I don't know. Like and I think that that's one thing that makes our enjoyment of the cars so like, it just adds another layer, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's many, but I think like knowing that it's not permanent, like kind of increases our joy of it a little bit, right? Like knowing the work that we've put into it, like kind of the whole history, but like knowing that like this could go away. Like we say, it's more of like a savory thing, right? Savoring, right? Yeah. Right. It's not an appliance that we just don't think about,
Right.
Yeah. I went up to the Fiat. I got my shocks, right? I got my shocks and struts, right? And I had to have them shipped to a FedEx center. They wouldn't ship it to my house. I don't know why. Weird. But I went to the FedEx center to pick them up, and it was just 2 boxes, right? And I was like, oh, okay, well, these are the fronts. Like, where's the rear? And I was like, maybe there's maybe there's another package that they didn't give me. So like real quick, I threw that in the back of the Fiat, and I opened the hatch, threw it in the back, and got pocket knife and just opened those boxes. And the rears are just, the shock. So they just threw the rear inside the front box.
Gotcha.
So there wasn't a second package. So like, I wanted to check that before I went back in there and was like, where's my second package?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, cool. So like I shut the hatch and I go to the front door and I pull the front door handle mostly off of the car.
Oh no.
Because it was still locked. And apparently like those door handles are kind of known to decay after a while.
Uh-huh.
And it was locked. I had pulled too hard and it put pressure on the wrong part of the handle. Right. And so like I could pop it back into place. Who knows how long it's going to stay. Right. I just need to apply like some spaghetti sauce to it. And, but like, like the shit's fragile, like it's not going to be here forever, Yeah. 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 I don't know. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't know. This one, I think you're right. I think like you just need, if this is a question, then either your priorities are not right or you need better friends.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can see why the question's asked, right? And I'd be curious to hear like from listeners, like, drop us a YouTube comment or call the crisis line and let us know, like, if you've had someone's break your car or if you've broken someone else's car and like how that panned out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
What do you say we keep going on, or what do we say we let's hear from Dana.
Okay. All right. Our good buddy Dana down in Florida has been doing some solid street team work. Right?
Yes. And I'm a little concerned for Dana.
Okay, why is that? Or should we play the videos first?
I think we'll play the videos and we'll see. So Dana has always been sending us like great license plates and crazy shit he sees in Florida. He also has really taken up the mantle of Beep Beep, I'm a Big Boy. For anyone who doesn't know, Beep Beep, I'm a Big Boy was something that we talked about with the trucker rally, if anyone remembers that, the trucker convoy that was going to shut down the
fucking beltway,
the beltway around DC, which is just hilarious.
Throwing a cup of water into the ocean.
Yeah, and we said, the energy of all these people is beep beep, I'm a big boy, and we've encouraged people to shout that at Brodozer trucks because that seems to be the key demographic for this sort of thing.
Yes.
Dana, I'm a little concerned about on two fronts. I'm concerned that one, he may get beat up at some point, which we don't want to have happen.
No, please do not put yourself in a situation where anyone would have any reason to beat you up or approach you over what you're doing.
I mean, you're in Florida. Someone's going to throw an alligator at you. Also, I feel like this is starting to have some sort of adverse effect on reality processing or something, just based on the progression of videos that you sent us. And Dave, I think this is a good time to get into it because I think everyone will see what I'm talking about.
Okay, you got it. Here we go. Here's video number 1. Audio listeners, it is a big blue GMC parked on a curb. 2 wheels up on the curb. Okay, here we go.
Beep, beep, I'm a big boy.
I mean, fantastic, right? I mean,
yes. 10
shouting into the void and in a legally parked Brodozer. Yes, that is exactly what we want to see. Let's move on to number 2.
Your Honor, the
beep, beep, I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
I love the inflection of it.
It's now a song.
I want to hear it again.
Beep, beep, I'm a big boy.
That's so fucking great. Oh, I'm going to make that my ringtone.
Well, let's get to number 3.
And audio listeners, it was a giant, I think this is a Super Duty Ford 350 maybe, sitting on chromes in traffic. Yeah, Yeah, okay, here we go. Number 3. Like, this is like peak Brodozer, right?
Yes.
Like super chrome rims, low profile tires, black Ford F-150 or 250, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, here we go.
Hey, look at me. Beep, beep, I'm a big boy.
He's become the caterpillar from A Bug's Life.
God damn it, Dana. Thank you so much.
I just love that. And those are the order he sent them to us. So I feel like we're driving him slowly crazy.
Yeah, we're driving him insane. It's not the trucks he's seeing. It's not Florida. It's us, and we apologize.
Yeah.
I think
we are broadcasting from a laboratory. I don't know if anyone knows. And we cannot, like, this can't get out
right
into the world.
It's a Faraday cage. Yeah.
It's a miracle they still let us do this. It's just an experiment.
Yeah. What this actually is, just for the audio listeners, is Ian and I in straitjackets just muttering to each other next to each other. There's never been a show. It's the St. Elsewhere snow globe.
Yeah. It's the Creed Thoughts blog.
Just a fucking Word doc. Mm-hmm. Opened a Word doc and told him it was the internet. Yep. So Dana, thank you very much for your beep beep. I'm a big boy. We would love to have more folks send us beep beep. I'm a big boy. But again, no antagonistic stuff, right? Which Dana thankfully is not.
Please stay safe. Yes.
Yes. Stay safe. Don't upset anybody. At a distance, beep beep. I'm a big boy, and we love you. Yeah.
Nice job, Dana.
Absolutely.
I was cracking up watching that. Well, when I was uploading those the other day, when we were on the phone together, and I was uploading those, and we were talking like this, but I was hearing those over you.
And I couldn't hear them. I didn't know what was going on.
And they were just repeating in my ear as I was talking to you, and I could not concentrate on what Dave was saying because all I could hear was beep beep. I'm a big boy.
God damn it! It's so great. I'm gonna do a little audio thing at some point, and we're gonna integrate that into the show some way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna become a zoo crew. I like it.
I'm eyeing a piece of equipment right now. I'm looking at it. I see it. It's plugged in. Yeah. I've got switches to flip, Ian.
Whoa.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Right.
Speaking of audio.
Yes.
Somebody called the crisis line.
Yes, a gentleman named Alex left us a voiced mail.
Yeah. So lately, people have just been texting us.
Sure.
Like the youths do.
Yeah.
SMS text messages. 720-515-1391.
Boom. You got it.
But did you know that we also have the technology to accept voice calls?
Well, Alex does because he left us one. Would you like to hear it?
I would love to.
All right, here you go, Alex.
Hey guys, well, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller, because I feel like anytime anybody calls into something like that, you got to say that. But anyway, I just saw a Scion XD, which isn't super special, but it had a vanity plate that just said XD. But I thought the ultimate vanity plate for that would have one that just says RAR, RAWR, and then just have the XD at the end. That would be fantastic. It'd be like the perfect mid-2000s like meme in a car. But anyway, so yeah, that's I guess that's my contribution to the show. But anyway, keep up the great work, guys, and I'll keep listening. So take care.
Yeah. So do you know that like the old, like emoji kind of stuff, like, the colon slash?
Oh, right.
Yeah. So like it's like the XD rar, like, like kind of like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was not tracking.
No, that's okay.
But it makes sense. Makes sense.
Right? Yeah. So,
right.
Yes. Yeah. So
I
thank you for your voicemail, Alex. He left us another one. He's struggling with ceramic coating his car. Would you like to hear about that?
Sure. I do want to say though, I do admire somebody who is so dedicated to their Scion.
Yeah.
That they got a matching vanity plate.
Yeah, absolutely, right? And to get just XD?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, sure. But well-wishing is what I'm sending out into the world towards the Scion XD owner with that license plate.
Yeah. That was like the weird little kind of like, it looked like a slightly inflated Prius, right? It was like a little 4-door hatchback boy.
Yeah,
right?
Like a little bit of that. There was a Saturn. It looked like the overinflated Saturn too. That like an Ion, right?
Yeah.
It was always one of the weirder ones in the lineup.
Yeah, because there was like the XB, the toaster, right?
Mm-hmm. There's the TC, which was legitimately always like super cool looking.
Yep.
Both generations, I think, looked great.
Yeah. Right? I thought, you're exactly right. They look fantastic. I actually prefer the way the first gen looks.
Me too.
Over the second, right?
Yeah.
And then they had the XA. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The little one.
The weird little one, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then they had the XD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Odd. Those two bookends were odd.
Yes. But the XB and the TC were great little cars.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I saw a coworker driving a TC and like like it's when you see the person and the car and like it fills in some shading for how you look at them. Yes, and then definitely. He pulled past me, only hit me a little bit. No. I was walking to my car back when going to the office was the thing. He was pulling out of the parking lot for the day. So we were close to each other and I just said hi. And lo and behold, it was a manual transmission.
Oh,
right. So not only that, it was like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right. That TC was always like the interesting choice in that segment. I thought, he chose oddly, which I appreciate. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. A little front wheel drive fun car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm here for it. Right.
I like how he called in to tell us about a Scion XD and we were like, we're going to talk about something else.
The TC. Yes. So thank you, Alex, for calling in. Do you want to hear about him ceramic coating something?
Sure.
Okay. We get a twofer from Alex because you'll notice that in the first one, he didn't even leave his name. Huh. Who is this mystery caller?
Yeah.
Hey guys. So
real quick, I like that he's coming to us from like a better phone connection. Thank you, Alex. Yeah. This one sounds more serious. Like he realizes like we got to make this better.
Didn't introduce myself the last time I called you guys. I'm Alex. I am a proud owner of a 2022 Corolla XSE, because of course I have to drop that one. I'm in the middle of ceramic coating this thing, and I've spent the last 3 hours prepping the car to even get to that point, and then I find a little scratch on my paint. So now I'm just like, should I just go finish this and then just fix the little spot? Because it's like the tiniest little scratch, and I'm like, no. But anyway, so. Anyway, how's your guys' day going? Keep up the great work and take care.
Thank you, Alex.
So this is where we need to bring our listeners together because Alex, you just need a Johnny.
Yeah, right? There you go. Yeah.
Just drive. Johnny, start driving south. Alex, start driving north. You should meet in Kentucky.
Once you're there, leave Kentucky. No, you're right, Ian. I didn't think about that. We need to be like the Craigslist missed connections of Weird Car Twitter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This show.
Matchmaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make me a cross-country match.
But please doesn't murder me.
Yeah. So this is going to be like 3 weeks after you called and left this voicemail. But Johnny, let us know. Call in. Let us know. What should Alex do with his tiny little scratch before he ceramic coats? Because I certainly don't know the answer. Yeah,
me neither. And I'd love to hear from Johnny if he even thinks ceramic coating is a valid thing.
Oh,
right.
That's great.
Yeah. Is it even worth it? Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. And I do like at the end of Alex's voicemail, I pictured him like twirling the phone. Like, so what are you guys doing? Like
just feet in the air.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Yes. That made my day. TGIF, like is playing.
Yep.
Yeah. On the TV. Yeah. Thank you, Alex. Yeah. So thank you for calling. Once again, Ian, the number
720-5315. Shit, I lost it.
You had it at the beginning of you had it earlier.
515?
720-515-1391.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's okay, buddy. That's okay. That's all right. You know what? Real quick. Speaking of beep beep, I'm a big boy. I forgot to show this earlier. Our buddy Chris, I think you might have seen like peak beep beep, like the beep beep like boss battle. Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
Buddy.
The beep beep Baron. There he is.
Yeah. The Joker beep beep. It's a ram. It is very large. It is purple and neon green. Yeah.
And does it have the Joker on it? It's like,
see this like airbrushing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Holding a Joker card.
That is something.
It's so big.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a Suburban behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks like it runs off of Monster Energy.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a Hot Wheels.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm torn on this one because I feel like I appreciate all of the work that went into this, and the attention to detail is crazy.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money, a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, I feel like definitely this person is deranged, correct? And like in a kind of a scary way.
I think it's that. I think somebody on Reddit posted something a while ago that had like a you're missing. It was like a you're missing the point by idolizing them starter pack.
Yes,
and it was like it was like the Joker. It was like things like that. Like you're missing the point by idolizing these people, right? Like is it like that's not good? Like you don't want to be the guy the Joker boy guy. Well,
it's like that's like when I was in the military, and all the most problematic people that I would run across would always quote Full Metal Jacket.
Right.
And I was like, did you watch that movie? Because I don't think you're getting the correct takeaway from it.
Yes. It's a wonderful example of how two people could be exposed to the same thing or have the same conversation and walk away with completely different results.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. On one side, you have us. On the other side, you have Joker here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean,
on the plus side, you know exactly how this person is going to behave in a zipper merge situation.
Or how they'd behave on a cart track.
Yeah. Oh, they got the hunch for sure.
Yep.
The hunch.
Yep.
And the elbows are like way up here.
Yep.
And they're going 3 million miles an hour.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. On the warm-up lap.
Yes. So there you go. Sorry to bring it back to beep beep. I'm Big Boy, but I had forgotten to show this. Yeah, beep beep.
That's something.
Yeah, that is the beepiest of beep, Big Boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, buddy.
You mentioned before this social media.
Yes. Yeah. The media social. Yeah.
Not familiar. No, we've had some fun stuff on there lately.
Yes.
And we're just gonna talk about our Twitter feed because that's what we're gonna do this week.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
One thing that's been going on. This is now going to be like 2 weeks old when we're talking about it, but right now, the big F1 news, Formula Effington 1, has been the cost cap breach by Red Bull.
Yeah, tell me about that. I know nothing of this.
Yeah. So a couple of years ago, in an effort to kind of level the playing field a little bit in Formula One, they implemented a cost cap. And so there's like this whole scheme that they put together where like teams have to submit basically paperwork on every dollar that they spend developing these cars.
Really?
Developing, testing, running the team, everything, operations. And everyone has the same cap that they can't exceed. And then however they want to divvy that up is fine.
Okay.
So they were...
What is the cap?
It's like $149 million or something. I mean, it's a lot.
Okay.
Like, per season.
Right. Yeah.
And then, so there was like rumblings a couple weeks ago around the Singapore GP that maybe Red Bull and maybe Aston Martin had run afoul of this. No one really knows how this leaked out or anything like that, but they did a huge review, and lo and behold, Red Bull overspent.
Okay.
And so everyone was like speculating, like, what did they overspend on? Right. It came out, they have said that they overspent on catering. They overspent by $2 million on catering, is what they have said. But so on F1 Twitter, there was a lot of joking around about like what was the $2 million really spent on. And so I saw an opportunity to shoehorn our karting video back in there and said that they spent it on kart video R&D.
There you go.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm
surprised they didn't spend it on the machine that flattens Max's brims on his hats.
Well, they have to. What they have to do, they have to take it. They spent a lot on the machine that sucks the personality out of him.
Yes.
To make sure he's just super boring.
Yeah, the fun Dyson.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I got to tell you, any excuse that you have to get our fun karting video with us talking on helmet radios back up in the feed, I love it because it's always fun to come across. Yeah.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
Thank you. Yes.
What else was there? There was something else that I wanted to. The Rock Auto thing. So you sent out a tweet.
I did,
asking for people's Rock Auto magnet collections, and Steve Edwards, who we've had on the show before, friend of the show, sent us a picture of a couple of his favorites, including this rad Renault Fuego.
Yeah,
and then we got to learn a little bit about the Fuego. Apparently, you can buy parts for it on Rock Auto, but not many.
right. Yeah.
Alex Quanton replied that he frequently used Rock Auto for his Fuego. They have basic things, but to own one or do the level of work in that magnet car is to get used to shopping on eBay France.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And I said, I mean, I assume that this person has spent enough money that they deserve stock options in Rock Auto rather than a magnet.
Right. Yeah. Rock Auto just gives them a cut of dividends. Right. Yeah. No. And I gotta say, I think what we might need to do is we might need to tweet this and pivot it to show us your toolboxes because I like Steve's setup here. Yeah, this is some great work, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be doing mine because mine is, oh boy, scary.
I want to see it. Yeah.
I would rather take a picture with my shirt off.
I like that Steve has his autocross numbers up there. Yeah.
It's a good spot for him.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. And I've bought stuff from Super Bright LEDs as well. Yeah. I assume the Craven Speed stuff is all from Mini Cooper stuff. Yeah, because they make some stuff for the Fiat too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a Craven Speed throttle body spacer that lets me have that proper boost tap for the real boost gauge. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, yeah. Are you aware of these like throttle body spacers at all?
No.
People just sell a square with a fucking hole in it that you just put in line like for like air intake, right? Coming in, throttle body. Yeah. And then just a spacer to the intake manifold.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You get great boost tap, Yeah. Like super, like the easiest way to add something like that.
Yeah. I've seen those before.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Nice.
So I'll tweet something out because I want to see people's tools. Their tool boxes. Yeah.
That was last show.
That was two episodes ago. Yeah.
Dave.
Ian.
I made you a license plate game.
Did you, buddy?
Oh, I sure did.
Okay. All right.
I sure did. This one is tough.
Okay.
I think. This one's called Repeat.
Oh. Repeat. I see solution, treats and things. Oh, because I'm not syncing Google Drive. Ian. Resume syncing, buddy. Oh, it's coming down. Repeat. I got it, buddy.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Whew. Okay. All right. Repeat. Oh boy. What am I in for? Oh boy. Oh, Ian.
So these are, there's like this thing where people make their license plates deliberately hard to read by just repeating a bunch of characters together or maybe alternating some characters. These are kind of a variation on that, which I thought were interesting. And so I grouped them together. I think it's going to be pretty tough.
Ian, up top we have a 4-door Jeep Wrangler, black, spare tire bike rack on the back there.
Yep, hard top.
Yep, hard top, thank you. Yeah, middle we've got a Porsche Cayenne, black. Is that the AutoNation pink license plate frame? Nope, Porsche Littleton. Okay. All right. Oh, look, there's a reflection of your R32.
You can see it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that makes my day right there. Okay. Then lastly, a Toyota Prius. Yeah, just that. I like this color for the car, like the kind of like light teal.
Yeah, makes it look like the KitchenAid mixer that it is.
Yes. Little baby blue, little teal. Yeah. Okay, and the license plates are the letter L, and then 5 of the digit 8. LL88888. Late. Then we have S with 6 zeros. And then we have squid, SQU1 DDD, triple D squid.
Yep. Repeat.
This one is tough, Ian.
It's very tough, I think.
Okay.
What do you think? You got any initial? What's your first thought?
I want to put late on the Cayenne.
Okay.
Just because that seems a little cheeky to me.
Okay.
They seem like the kind of person that like they're giving you an excuse as to why they're driving poorly. Right?
Okay.
And maybe their keyboard got stuck. Yeah, maybe their RGB Razer keyboard got something wedged in the key and on the DMV submission site and just kept Firing eights there.
I like it. Okay.
Okay. I think squid is going to be on the Jeep Wrangler.
Okay.
Because I think S followed by 6 zeros is so boring. Like that is like the most boring of these plates. I think it's going to be on the Prius. It just seems like someone with like no imagination.
It's almost like, why bother getting a vanity plate?
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Unless you've got, 999,000 Prius purchases planned and you're going to need a way to tell them all apart. And so you're like, I'm starting at 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
How you feeling?
Not great. A little gassy. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I meant about the game, but I mean, that's good information too.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We could go to the solution unless you want to change your answer.
I don't. Let's see it. Let's do this. Late on the Cayenne. Oh, I swapped the Prius and the Jeep. So late on the Cayenne and the S and all the zeros on the Jeep.
Yeah.
Huh.
Very strange. The squid thing, I don't.
Yeah. What is this plate? Did you get a better view of like what kind of plate it is, where it's like we support the troops, or what?
It is like a Colorado special plate.
Right.
Let me pull it up. I have it here.
Maybe it's like Division of Fish and Game or something.
I don't think.
The S zeros is so.
Yeah.
So I didn't put that together. I was thinking numerics, not just.
No, it's so.
Yeah, they're like so.
Right.
Okay. Had I thought that, I probably would have put that on the Cayenne, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this was sort of hard because this was sort of just non sequiturs, but I do want to ask you.
Yeah.
This is an ongoing thing with these games.
Yeah.
Is the topic of license plate frames.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So the Prius has no license plate frame.
Mm-hmm.
We know your feeling on that.
Yep. Burn it.
The Cayenne has the lowest common denominator of license plate frame, which is one that the dealer gives you.
Yes. Yeah. And it's chrome. So it looks a little pink in this picture, but it is chrome.
It's reflecting my car.
Yeah. The non-clear coated parts of your car. Yeah.
Yes. Now, before you scroll up to the Jeep. So the Jeep has no license plate frame, no aftermarket license plate frame.
Right.
But it has a mounting point that sort of gives it a small frame. And I'm curious to see if your thoughts on this are the same. If you would still want a little piece of plastic.
I can tell you that I will probably want that piece of plastic, and I'll be able to back it up with photo evidence.
Okay.
But yes. Okay. Yes. So it is that. Oh, okay. So it is that area. Like it's inset into like a specific holder that is like exactly license plate sized.
Right.
I think they may get a pass.
Oh.
I think they may get a pass because I was thinking more akin to what it looks like on the Fiat.
Where it's just an indent in the plastic, right?
On the front where I have that.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So this, right? Because the one that mounts to the underside of the front and comes up. I can't remember what they call those.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. But like even though I'm mounting the plate on a piece of metal that's license plate sized, I'm still putting a frame on it, right? Because I'm not a monster. But yeah, I think for that Jeep, it's good. It's good. We're cool.
Okay.
We're cool.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't take much just to zazz your plate up just a skosh. And I gotta say, if you have any kind of decent stereo in your car and you like music that has some bass in it, you're going to want one of those silicon license plates, silicon license plate frame thingies from Amazon. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So the old fix was put like an old bicycle tube behind it, like to wrap it a few times.
I feel like like that is the sound of the mid 2000s.
Yes.
The early to mid 2000s.
Yep.
Where it was like that time when like car stereos were really cheap.
Yes.
But you know, all of the popular music had like was just super bass heavy mixes.
Yeah.
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 And it was like, and now nobody does car stereos anymore, right? So like it's not the same anymore. But yeah, you would hear you would be at a stoplight and like 3 or 4 cars around you would all be like at different phases.
I like that on the meets, Google's actually trying to cancel out your bad bass noises when it's coming across to me.
Oh,
yeah, but it'll come through. But yeah, but you're exactly right. Just that like plate on metal rattling. Like I want to sit in a Taco Bell drive-through when I hear that.
Right.
at like 1:30 in the morning, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
Yeah. That makes me think of like Underglow when it was like still the cathode ray tubes, right?
Right.
Yeah, before it was all LED.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
I know. It's a shame it's not popular now because like now it makes sense to do.
Yeah.
It's easy. Now it's easy.
Right? Yeah.
Well, Dave.
Ian.
I think we may have did a car show.
We did. We talked about a pretty disappointing lacking quantity of body parts from, how we've been talking about things lately, but I'm okay with that. Not every episode's great. Sometimes
share, subscribe.
Sometimes you need those episodes that serve as a middle area between two distinct
like high fidelity.
points.
You gotta bring it down a notch,
right?
To bring it back up a notch.
There you go. Right? Yeah.
Everybody. Call the crisis line, text it, 720-515-1391. Got it that time.
Yeah, you did. 2 for 3.
We're on the media socials. We're on the Apex Adjacent at Gmail. We love you. Thank you. Goodbye.